Something very deep moved around your life last night. And today I want you to stop and understand that this movement was not small, nor was it meaningless. My beloved child, listen to me with a calm heart. Do not let the rush of life pull you away from what I want to reveal. I am not speaking to you to make you afraid, nor am I saying that I will leave you if your heart grows weak. I come as a father who always watches over you, who always sees even the things you do not have enough strength to recognize, who always guards the nights when you think you are most alone. There are moments in your life when outwardly it seems as though nothing has changed. Yet in deeper layers, old doors have begun to close, quiet bonds have begun to crack, and the things that once covered your vision have begun to be brought into the light. Last night, whether you were resting or tossing and turning among many thoughts, I was still watching over you. I heard the things you did not say, saw the burdens you did not name, and knew the quiet battles you have carried in your heart for many days, many months, even many years. There are kinds of weariness no one sees because you have learned how to smile. There are wounds no one touches because you have grown used to holding them yourself. There are questions you no longer dare to ask out loud because you fear that if there is no answer, your heart will become even heavier. But I do not need you to explain for me to understand. I already knew what was hidden behind your silence, and in that very silence, I heard your cry. What happened did not necessarily appear as a dramatic event before your eyes. Perhaps this morning, everything was still in its old place. The responsibilities still waiting for you. The familiar roads still opening as they do every day. But can you sense something different? A faint stirring in your heart. A feeling as though something has shifted direction, even though you cannot yet explain it. That is not meaningless imagination. There are times when I act before you can see the result. There are times when I reverse a situation before it touches your life. There are times when I stop a cycle before you realize it has been pulling you for too long. What I do in the hidden place today will gradually be revealed in the days as you continue walking. I intervened in a situation you once thought had run out of hope. Perhaps it was a delay that kept repeating and caused you to lose faith in your direction. Perhaps it was a relationship covered by misunderstanding. Perhaps it was quiet words spoken about you, unfair assumptions, glances that did not fully understand you, plans or intentions that did not come from love. I saw it all. Nothing spoken in darkness escapes my eyes. Nothing built to harm you is unknown to me. But I do not reveal this so you will live in suspicion or bitterness. I reveal it so you may understand that you have not been abandoned in the things others thought they could hide. I have overturned the things that were used to weaken you. The words that once wanted to cast a shadow over your name will not have the right to decide your worth. The doubts once planted around you will not have the right to erase what I have placed within you. The plans that wanted to steal your peace will not be able to surpass my wisdom and my timing. My child, let this truth make you steady, but do not let it make you hard. I do not want you to respond with anger. I do not want you to use pain to wound others. I do not want you to turn yourself into someone who always has to defend. I want you to walk in holy awareness, seeing more clearly, hearing more deeply, speaking more slowly, and placing every reaction under my light. Clarity is knocking at the door of your heart, and you need to receive it as it comes. Clarity does not always mean knowing every detail. Sometimes clarity is realizing what no longer belongs to you. Sometimes clarity is understanding that the heaviness you have carried is not the portion you must keep forever. Sometimes clarity is seeing that a relationship needs to be set again within boundaries of peace. Sometimes clarity is realizing that you have allowed fear to control too many choices. Sometimes clarity is simply hearing my voice within your heart say, "My child, this path is no longer for you. Step out." When you recognize this, do not rush to argue with the light. Let the light lead you into freedom. An old cycle has begun to be stopped. My beloved child, the cycle of delay that kept you standing at the threshold without daring to step through. The cycle of confusion that made you doubt yourself, doubt the path, and even doubt the things I once reminded you of within your heart. The cycle of heaviness without reason, where you woke already tired and walked as though carrying a dark cloud with you. I have placed my hand upon that cycle. I have begun cutting the invisible cords that made you return to the same fear, the same wound, the same dead end. But you must also cooperate with me through wakefulness. Do not return to nourish the things I am removing from you. Do not call the old prison a place of safety just because it is familiar. From today, the way you walk must be different. You do not need to walk like someone afraid that every good thing will be stolen. You do not need to speak like someone who must always prove their innocence before people who have never understood your whole story. You do not need to place your trust in every outside voice and let your heart be tossed back and forth like a leaf in the wind. Walk with dignity. Speak with tenderness yet firmness. Believe deeply but not blindly. Let my peace be the gatekeeper of your decisions. What comes from me will not push you into chaos. What belongs to the light will not require you to lose purity. What I open will bring you closer to me, not pull you away from my presence. You asked me for a sign, for an answer, for a change, and at times you thought I was silent. But I have never been silent out of indifference. I have been working in places you could not see. I have touched things beyond your reach. I have stood between you and the things that wanted to wound you more deeply. I heard even your wordless prayers, heard the weariness in your breath. You heard the trembling you hid behind ordinary sentences. And last night, in my way, I began to answer by reversing, by restraining, and by bringing hidden things closer to the light. Therefore, do not treat today as an ordinary day. Step into this day with quiet gratitude. Observe what I show you. Pay attention to the words, the feelings of peace, the small doors, the delays that seem inconvenient but may be protecting you. Do not react quickly to everything. Do not let one word steal your whole day. Do not let an old memory pull you back into a dark place. Let me teach you how to walk through this day as one who is covered more slowly, more wisely, with less fear, and closer to me in every choice. My beloved child, what has moved for your good is not meant to make you proud, but to make you secure. Not so you may retaliate, but so you may walk in freedom. Not so you may search through darkness, but so you may trust that my light is still working. I was there last night. I am here today, and I will continue to be with you in the days ahead. Keep your heart clean. Keep your lips from bitterness. Keep your mind from imaginations that exhaust you. and keep your faith from the numbness of disappointment. What once hindered you has begun to break. What was once hidden will gradually be illuminated. What I have prepared for you will not be swallowed by darkness when you know how to remain in my guidance. Receive this word as a gentle confirmation that you are not forgotten in the silent battles. I have seen, I have heard, I have acted. From now on, walk as one who has been awakened, no longer living in the old confusion, no longer bowing your head before words that do not come from me, no longer calling yourself stuck. I am opening a space of light before you. Step into it with humility, with discernment, with faith that what I do in the hidden place will be revealed at the right time. And when you look back, you will understand that last night was not merely an ordinary night, but a holy turning point, where I began redirecting the things that once opposed you and leading you into a season that is clearer, more peaceful, and covered by my unchanging grace. You must understand that not every change comes with noise, and not every great shift appears through signs that overwhelm you. There are works I do in your life that happen quietly, like a seed cracking open beneath the soil, so quietly that you do not notice. Yet its power is enough to change your entire next season. Last night was such a moment, when you thought everything was still the same, when the world around you continued in its ordinary rhythm. I stepped into the deep places of the things that were holding you back. An old grip lost its place to cling. An invisible cord that once pulled you back into doubt, delay, and weariness was weakened by me. Something that had been waiting for the right time to be released has now begun to move according to my order. You may not yet see it with your eyes, touch it with your hands, or hear anyone announce it. But in the place where I am working, everything has begun to change. That is why I am calling you to pay attention right now. I do not speak to confuse you, nor do I place these words before you so you will anxiously search everywhere for signs. I speak to prepare you. When you know that something has truly changed, you will no longer walk like someone controlled by the past. You will no longer examine every step through the fear that you will fail again. You will no longer look at every door with suspicion, simply because many doors once closed. I want you to continue with a new posture, not arrogance, not haste, but the peace of one who knows their Father has gone before them. The truth I am placing in your heart is not a passing thought. It is an anchor, so you will not be pulled back into the old waters of hesitation and self-doubt. You have hesitated for too long, not because you have no faith, but because you have been wounded by seasons of waiting. There were times when you wanted to believe, but memories of disappointment pulled you back. There were times when you wanted to step forward, but the voice of fear asked you, what if this time fails too? There were times when you sensed me leading you forward, yet you stood still because you feared you had misunderstood, feared you had hoped too much, feared you would be hurt again. Today I come to push that hesitation out of your heart with this truth. You are not forgotten, and your life is not standing still. Though the past days may have seemed quiet, I am still working. Though the circumstance has not yet changed before your eyes, I am still removing old things within and arranging new things around you. Last night was also a moment of protection. There were things that could have touched your life in an unhealthy way, pressures that could have made your mind more confused, connections that could have pulled you back into an old cycle. Words that could have planted heaviness in you. Opportunities that seemed good, but contained something that would draw you away from peace. But they were stopped before they could fully approach you. You may never see every detail. You may never know what was prevented, who was kept away, which door was closed, which meeting did not happen, or which word never reached your ears. But believe that I do not allow everything to enter the place I am covering. There are times when I intervene so quietly that you think nothing has happened, yet that silence is the trace of my mercy. I know there are times when you want to see clearer evidence. You want to know exactly what I did, what I stopped, how I redirected, and what I corrected. But my beloved child, there are protections that, if fully revealed, your heart could not bear. There are dangers I kept you from that you do not need to carry as memories. There are battles I won on your behalf whose noise you do not need to hear. What you need is not to know every detail, but to know that I am faithful. What you need is not to understand every path, but to trust that my hand is still upon your life. I am not the one who cares for you only when you can see it. I care for you even while you sleep, in the hours when you are weak, in the seasons when you no longer have strength to pray, in the moments when you do not know how deeply you need to be protected. Therefore, I ask you to remain with this. Do not let your mind rush past it as though this were only an ordinary comfort. Do not read it and then quickly return to old worries, old thoughts, and old reactions. What you are hearing now needs to settle within your heart like rain soaking into dry ground. Let it go deeper than the surface of emotion. Let it touch the place where you are weary from doubting, the place where you are used to protecting yourself, the place where you still fear that if you believe one more time, you will be disappointed again. When truth is received slowly and deeply, it does not only move you for a moment, it begins to change the way you live, the way you wait, the way you walk, the way you see yourself, and the way you see what I am doing. I want this truth to remain with you. Something has already changed. You do not need to return with the same old posture. You do not need to live as though that burden still has absolute power over you. You do not need to step into the new day like someone being chased by old cycles. When I cut something off, you must also stop feeding it with your thoughts, words, and choices. Do not reopen the door I have closed. Do not call the old fear by name as though it were still your master. Do not bind yourself to conclusions I am removing from your life. Cooperate with freedom through faith, through obedience, through small but honest steps. Say no to the things that once made your heart heavy. Say yes to the peace I am placing before you. Your next steps need to come from this awareness. You do not move because of panic, but because you are being led. You do not act to prove that you are strong, but because you believe I have opened the way. You do not wait until every emotion becomes perfect before moving forward, but you take each step in trust that I will give enough light for today. Perhaps the next step is simply resting properly. Perhaps it is praying more honestly. Perhaps it is releasing a habit that has been pulling you down. Perhaps it is keeping silent before something that once made you react. Perhaps it is opening your heart to receive an opportunity you once feared. No matter how small that step is, if it is done in obedience, it is still part of the new path. My beloved child, My protection over you is not a distant idea. It has been present in the things you did not see. In the times when you thought you escaped something bad only because of luck. In the delays that saddened you but actually kept you from mistakes. In the doors that closed and hurt you but protected your peace. I do not allow everything to touch you, because you belong to me. That does not mean you will never face trials. But it means trials do not have the right to decide your ending. It means what wants to disturb your peace cannot cross the boundary I have built if you continue staying near me. Listening to me and walking in wisdom. Carry this truth into tomorrow, into every conversation, every decision, every silence. When fear returns and asks whether anything has truly changed, remember that I acted even when you did not see. When hesitation wants to hold your feet, remember that I do not call you to walk in confusion, but in guidance. When your mind wants to return and analyze every old wound, remember that the old thing is losing its authority, and you do not need to hand it the key to your life again. Let your heart remain in peace. Let faith be built little by little. Let this truth become a new breath for you. I have intervened. I am protecting. I am releasing. And I will continue leading you into the good things I have prepared. There is another thing you need to know. My beloved child, the change that took place last night has not stopped. And in truth, it has only opened the first part of a process I will continue to reveal in your life. Do not think that what you feel is only a passing emotion that will fade when the new day comes. Do not assume that the lightness that just touched you is only a short moment without meaning. When I begin to move, I do not work halfway. I do not touch your life, only for you to return to the same old burden. The same old cycle, the same old exhaustion that has drained you for too long. What has begun in the hidden place will continue to grow, continue to spread, and continue to reveal itself through small but clear signs. So you will know that my hand has truly entered your circumstances. First, you will begin to notice very small differences. Everything will feel lighter, not because every problem has immediately disappeared, but because the weight that once pressed upon your heart is being lifted by me piece by piece. The things that once made you overthink will no longer take over your mind as before. Situations that were once stuck will begin to shift without you having to force them, without you having to control every detail. Without you exhausting yourself to make things change. Certain conversations will change in tone. Words that were once sharp will wound less. People who were once hard may begin to soften. Doors you thought were tightly closed will open slightly in silence. Not loudly, but enough for you to recognize that I am going before you. When those signs come, do not ignore them. Do not call them coincidence. Do not let the habit of doubt cause you to miss the confirmations I am sending. It may be only a message arriving at the right time. A call you did not expect. A small opportunity appearing from a place you thought had gone silent. An unexpected peace when you should have been anxious. Or a very slight change within your heart as you face something that once frightened you. These things are not small in my eyes. They are markers on your journey, traces of grace, reminders that what I have begun is still continuing. When you see them, remember this moment and understand that you were told beforehand, not to make you tense, but so you would learn to recognize me in the most ordinary movements. This is how you grow in trust, by acknowledging what I have already done for you, even when it has not yet appeared in the great form you expected. Mature faith does not only wait for miracles that shake all of life, it also knows how to bow in gratitude for a morning when your heart feels lighter. A thought that is no longer as dark as before. A conversation that is less heavy. A small direction opened at the right time. When you know how to recognize me in small things, your eyes will become brighter to recognize me in great things. When you give thanks for the first signs, your heart will not be closed by doubt, but opened wider to receive the next thing I am bringing. You are not delayed in life the way you sometimes think. You have not been left behind. You have not been forgotten. You are not trapped in a place with no way out. The feeling of being stuck is not always the truth. Often, it is only the voice of weariness after a long season of waiting without clear results. You have watched others move forward and wondered why you were still here. You have seen others walk through doors you once prayed for, and your heart quietly wondered whether your name was still remembered before me. But I say to you, I have never forgotten you. I have never placed you in a difficult season and then turned my back and walked away. I was with you even on the days when you thought nothing was moving. Last night is evidence that everything can change, even when you are too tired to keep expecting. What I do is not limited by your emotions. My power does not weaken because your heart has once grown discouraged. I can still act when you no longer know how to pray. I can still open a way when you no longer see direction. I can still touch things that seem hardened by time. When you feel nothing is moving, I am still moving. When you think everything is silent, I am still acting in places you cannot see. There are times when you look at your life like a closed room, without sound, without light, without any sign of change. But in the place you cannot see, I am still arranging. I am still softening hardened hearts. I am still untying knots your hands cannot untie. I am still preventing what is not meant for you from going farther. I am still placing the right people in the right position, at the right time, in the right circumstance. I am still holding certain things back until they can come to you in a more complete way. My silence is never absence. There are preparations that need quietness to be completed, and there are miracles that need to be nurtured in the hidden place before they are revealed before your eyes. For a long time, voices of doubt have surrounded your thoughts, whispering that nothing will change, that you have waited too long, that no one sees your efforts, that your faithfulness brings no result. Those whispers did not only want to make you sad, they wanted you to become used to a life smaller than what I prepared for you. They wanted you to lower your expectations, shrink your prayers, call resignation wisdom, and accept exhaustion as though it were destiny. But my child, I did not create you to live under the rule of those lies. I did not call you to bow your head before voices that wear down your faith. I did not lead you through so many seasons only for you to conclude that everything will remain the same forever. Last night, those voices lost their authority over you. I silenced what was speaking against your peace, even when you yourself did not have enough strength to make them quiet. There were battles in your mind that you tried to resist with reason, with busyness, with telling yourself you had to be fine, but they still returned. I saw that I understood it. And now I am stepping into that place with my power, not only to soothe you for a moment, but to break the repetition of the words that once weakened you. What once told you that you could not will no longer keep the throne in your heart. What once said you were too late will have to step back before the confirmation that my timing is still opening. What once made you feel forgotten will be replaced by my voice calling you my beloved child. That is why your mind will begin to feel clearer. Not because every question has been answered immediately, but because the weight that once covered your thoughts is being lifted. You will notice that you no longer react to fear as quickly as before. You will see that the things that once disturbed you no longer have enough authority to pull you down as deeply as before. You will realize that you can breathe more easily, think more brightly, pray more honestly, and look ahead without immediately being overshadowed by the past. This is my work within you. This is freedom beginning inside before it is revealed outside. I am rearranging the room of your heart, corner by corner, layer by layer, so that peace has a place to dwell and light can remain. Therefore, stay awake in the coming days. Do not pass over small signs. Do not call what I do luck. Do not treat the lightness of your heart as coincidence. Do not consider doors that open slightly as ordinary. Remember, give thanks, and walk slowly but steadily. I am teaching you to recognize the rhythm of my movement. Not everything spiritual comes with a loud echo. There are changes, like seeds cracking open beneath the soil. Quiet, but unstoppable. There are restorations that begin with a small piece, a small decision, a small confirmation, and then gradually become a wide river flowing through your life. My beloved child, what has begun will continue to unfold. Keep your heart tender so I may lead you. Keep your ears closer to my voice than to the voice of fear. Keep your eyes awake to recognize the traces of grace going before you. You are not forgotten. You are not stuck. You are not behind my plan. I am bringing you into a new season where clarity will replace confusion. Lightness will replace burden. Movement will replace stagnation. And peace will replace the voices that once exhausted you. Keep walking in trust, one step at a time, without haste and without fear. What began in the hidden place will be revealed at the right time. When you look back, you will know that I had quietly shifted everything for you before you could name the change, before you understood all that I was doing, and before you realized that I had never taken my eyes off you. Not even for a moment. I am renewing you, making your heart lighter, opening the way for you. And what I have begun will not stop halfway.